Greetings everyone. In this video I want to talk about fasting.
Greetings! This infinite source truth is made possible by the generous contributions and support of viewers like you. Please consider making a contribution now. Thank you.
Alright, fasting. Now I'm not talking about intermittent fasting. I'm not talking about 1 day fasting. I'm talking about 7 days or more fasting. And I mean water fasting. I don't mean juice fasting. I don't mean any other kind of fasting. I'm talking about water fasting only. Okay. Can you increase your synergy cell reserves through fasting? Yes, you can. However, that comes with a real big risk of losing more energy out of your synergy cell than you gain. Because in order to get the mega dose of synergy cell refill, you have to enjoy it. You have to enjoy it. It means you're drinking that water and you're going through your day and you are in joy and content in the state that you are. You are not doing the fasting to gain revelation. You're not doing the fasting for ulterior motives or expectations. This isn't a detox fast. That's not what this is. This is with the intention, fasting with the intention of refilling, adding energy to your synergy cell. And yes, you can do it. However, let me explain. You must do it with joy and happiness and contentment. If you're uncomfortable with it, if you're sad because you can't eat that thing that everybody else in your family is eating, if you cannot go along in your daily life and experience it as normal, just simply removing the food, if you can't do that, then, and you're not doing it in a happy, content manner, then you are using energy from your synergy cell instead of putting energy in. Now, there is no tricking the matrix on this, okay? If you get a hunger pain and you sit and you dwell on that hunger pain for longer than 5 seconds, you may as well throw in the towel right then and there. Don't even try to go farther. I'm serious about this. You need to ask your source self. You see, because this is one case that you start over. And you have now taken more energy out of your synergy cell by attempting this than you would have if you hadn't even attempted it to start with. Okay? Now, the thing I will tell you about fasting is that if you can get past the 7-day mark, usually 7 to 10 days, the hunger pains go away. It stops. You stop. You have no hunger. And it doesn't return again until you really have to. It's your body saying, okay, you've gone as long as you can now. It's time for you to eat again. Okay? If your body does that, you need to listen to that and you need to eat something. Now, that's only after you have crossed over the time where you have gone from having hunger pains at all. And you have experienced a few days of fasting without any hunger at all, and then your body says it's hungry, then you need to pay attention to that. It means that's as long as the fast that you should do. Now, the first 7 days can be the most difficult because your body is saying, it's hungry, feed me, feed me. You're basically telling it to be quiet and you're in control. If you are fasting in this type of a manner, You should not be watching television, news, media, YouTube. You should have removed the electronics and be fasting from electronics and social media also. You should be spending more time in the silence, and possibly dealing with things that need to be dealt with. Maybe shadow work that need to be done. Yes, you can use fasting to increase your synergy cell. It is not required. It is a risk in the fact that when you do that, if you're not enjoying the journey, then you are forfeiting any and all benefits that you would have obtained out of the fasting. And there are very few people that know that they can't succumb to that. And they basically just do themselves in with that kind of an attitude. They think that they're going to benefit from it, or they're searching for some religious experience at the other end of it or through it. And if that's what you're expecting, you can invite experiences to you that are matrix experiences, and they are not source. No, they're not source. You need to be aware. Water fasts are the only ones, and they have to be longer than 7 days to be able to refill a synergy cell. But for you to refill or add to, not refill, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to fully refill your synergy cell after a 7-day fast. That won't happen. You will simply add a large amount to it. Now, depending on how full it is to start with, will determine how much of an impact that fast has on your synergy cell or not. But the key point here is that you cannot be sad, unhappy about doing this. You cannot cave into looking at somebody else's meal longingly, thinking that, oh, I wish I could eat that, I wish I could drink that, I wish I could. Well, that's not going to benefit you at all. You have just sabotaged your entire fast, and you may as well just hang it up right then and there and go back to living your life normally. You can accomplish as much through pranayama on a daily basis, grounding, sun gazing, tree hugging, and giving to this channel, as much as you can accomplish in a 7-day fast. Now, why would you put yourself through that 7-day fast with the risk of losing more out of your synergy cell than you would gain? Unless you simply want the challenge to challenge yourself. I would definitely say that there is no reason for anyone to go over 21 days. And I will tell you, when you get done with a fast, a prolonged fast, your body is going to start packing it back on because you've starved it and it doesn't trust you. That you're not going to do it again. So it'll put a bunch of extra weight on you. Put a bunch of extra weight on you, fat, in case you decide to be so silly as to do that again. And your body will be resistant to you losing that weight. And it will be harder to get that weight off after you've done prolonged fasting. So that's something else to consider also. That's a big consideration. All in all, I say forget the fasting, forget the water fasting. It's just not worth it. It isn't worth it. There are too many other ways that are much simpler, much easier, and more enjoyable to add to your synergy cell than to put yourself into a water fast. Now, you can do detoxes with vegetables and juicing and that type of stuff, and detoxings are great and they're beneficial, but that is not a water fast, and it is not a fast that will add to your synergy cell reserves. So, think twice before you think that you want to do a water fast. And always check with your source self if it will benefit you, if it will really benefit you. Now, if you have found the information that I share in these videos to be of benefit to you, then it benefits you to say thank you with an energy exchange, a monetary contribution for the energies that I have put into this and the work that I have done on your behalf in this matrix game. You get out of these videos what you put into them. It is a frequency issue within you, and it is a frequency unlock for you. Abundance, health, and prosperity.